Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the 28th Annual Craig School of Business Convocation. Please rise for our national anthem that will be sung by Alejandra Tejada, a Fresno State vocal performance student. Alejandra.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light was so proudly wheeled at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the hope of the brave.
Thank you, Alejandra. Please be seated. Graduates, family, friends, faculty, and distinguished guests, welcome to the Craig School of Business Convocation. I am Dr. Robert Harper, Dean at the Craig School of Business. For the enjoyment of those around you, please turn off or silence any cell phones or electronic devices, and remember to remain in your seats during the ceremony. Photos of the graduates will be taken as they cross the stage, and proofs will be emailed after our ceremony from the photographer. I want to begin our program by introducing the special individuals on stage today. Hopefully they'll wave their hand when I identify them. Please hold your applause until all have been introduced. Beginning on my left is Dr. Joseph Castro, President of Fresno State. Next to Dr. Castro is Dr. Lynette Zalesny, Provost and Vice President for Academic Affairs. To the left of Dr. Lesney is Dr. Frank Lamas, Vice President of Student Affairs and Enrollment Management. Next to Dr. Lamas is Deborah Adician Astone, Interim Vice President for Administrative Services and Associate Vice President for Auxiliary Operations. To the left of Deborah is Clint Moffitt, Interim Chief Financial Officer and Associate Vice President for Financial Services. Next we have Paula Castadio, Vice President for University Advancement. Sitting to the left of Paula is Narinder Paul Singh, the Craig School of Business Graduate Dean's Medalist. Next we have Associate Dean of the Craig School of Business, Dr. Garo Kalfayan. And to the left of Garo is the Craig School of Business Undergraduate Dean's Medalist, Renan de Lima. And last we have Dr. Marshall Johnston, who will be reading the graduates' names this morning. Let's give them all a big hand, please. Students, let me be the first to congratulate you upon completion of your degree program and welcome you as you start what I am confident will be a successful career for you. Years from now, as you reflect on your time spent here, I hope you have fond memories of the Craig School of Business at Fresno State and feel that we prepared you well for your future. Now, I'd like to introduce the President of Fresno State, Dr. Joseph Castro.
Thank you, Bob. Good morning, everybody. So the Craig School likes to get up early to celebrate, right? Love it. Well, I'm very happy to join you today for this special program. For our students, I know that hard work and significant accomplishments have brought you to this special day. And as the Dean just said, I hope you agree that Fresno State has prepared you well for success in your chosen field. Parents, grandparents, family members, and friends, I know this is a day that you've been looking forward to with great pride and joy. And your love and support of our students during this journey has been crucial. And I think you deserve a round of applause for your role. As our newest graduates join the ranks of over 200,000 Fresno State alumni, I'd like to share a few thoughts with you. First, you're an important part of the next generation of leaders in our valley, state, nation, and world. Our region, with all of its incredible strengths, continues to face a number of significant challenges. Among those challenges is stubbornly high concentrations of poverty affecting so many in our communities, especially our children. And for generations, a quality education has been a key path out of poverty for so many, including so many of you, for me, and many of my colleagues. And thank you. At Fresno State, about 70% of our students are the first in their families to go to college. Congratulations. As leaders, I urge you to support educational opportunities for all of our youth in our community and beyond. Second, I urge you to stay engaged with Fresno State. Please visit us as often as you can. I also ask that you share your perspective with me, the dean, and others here about how the campus is doing in serving your needs and our community's needs. By continuing to strengthen our university, I hope to inspire you to send your children and your grandchildren to Fresno State in future years. And I know there are parents and grandparents who met here and went to Fresno State, and now their children are here, and that's a wonderful thing as well. Finally, and most importantly, I encourage you to serve others in your profession and in your communities. Leadership at its best requires one to think about the good of the whole before self-interest. While this may not always be easy to do, you will find that focusing on the best interests of the community with consistency and integrity is contagious, and it will inspire others to follow your lead. By sharing your many gifts with others, you will help to strengthen our region and beyond. And in doing so, you and other leaders will help to pave the way for an even more prosperous future for the generations to follow. Because of you, I am optimistic about the future. And because of you, our best days in the Valley lie ahead. Congratulations and best of luck to all of you. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Dr. Castro. Next, I'd like to introduce our Provost, Dr. Lynette Zalesny.
Good morning, Craig School. Woo! And congratulations to all of the graduates. It is with great pride that I join President Castro and my colleagues in congratulating you for accomplishing this important milestone. You have earned the university's great respect. So congratulations. This is a significant achievement. Today marks the end of an amazing journey, one in which you have overcome countless challenges through your hard work, perseverance, and belief in yourself. It was a journey that would not have been possible without the support of your family and friends, who have done so much to support and encourage you, as well as nurture you and help you to meet this difficult and challenging but rewarding goal. I also want to recognize and thank your faculty, who have shared their outstanding expertise and advice and mentored you and challenged you along the way. After today, you will start another journey, a new chapter, and I urge you to go forward with confidence because of the skills and the character that you have developed at Fresno State. I encourage you to live a life with meaning and to seek excellence in everything that you pursue. Continue to push yourself, challenge yourself, think creatively and independently, and most of all, always dream big and be bold. Congratulations, graduates.
Thank you, Dr. Zalesny. Before we hear from the Dean's Medalists, I'd like to take a minute to explain to you the meaning of some of the academic regalia that's being worn by our graduates. Our MBA and EMBA graduates will be hooded with special hoods which designates their advanced degrees. Undergraduate and graduate students completing their degree with university honors, which includes cum laude, magna cum laude, summa cum laude, and MBA with distinction, are wearing cords to display their levels of honors and have asterisks or plus signs next to their names in the Convocation program beginning on page 4. These students represent the top 10% of our class of 2015. And please now, with the students graduating with university honors, please stand and be recognized. The sashes being worn by students represent their membership in specific student organizations at Fresno State. Membership in extracurricular activities are important to produce a well-rounded graduate and is encouraged by the Craig School. Please refer to page 12 of your program to see the names of the student organizations and their represented colors. Now I'd like to introduce this year's Dean's Medalists. Please refer to their profiles on pages 4 and 6 of your program. Our graduate Dean's Medalist is Narinder Paul Singh. MP, would you join me? With a perfect 4.0, MP is completing our executive MBA program, which provides a perfect complement to his undergraduate engineering degree. He's currently a vice president with Olam International, for whom he travels throughout the world to monitor plants and operation in his division. Please welcome our graduate Dean's Medalist, N.P. Singh.
Thanks, Dean Harper. Good morning. Congratulations on your success. First of all, I would like to thank God and my parents for their blessings and thank my wife and daughter, without whom I will not be here. Once Margaret Fuller said, "If you have knowledge, let others light their candles at it." Look how many candles are lit by Craig School of Business. I am going to quote few lines from Olam CEO Sunny Verghese, visionary leader, and these are my favorite quotes. I want you to think about how we should be defining success. This is the key inflection point in our lives. At the end of the journey, we need to look back and say, have we really achieved success? And success is a very personal thing. and we can define it very differently for each of us. First, for me, success means I have to achieve something. So we have to tick and have some specific goals in the achievement box, which is just one dimension of success. For substantial part of my life, I was under the mistaken notion that achievement is all that matters. But now I am very clear, achievement is only one dimensional of success. The second box, which we have to tick in the definition of success, is happiness. So we have to do things that will make us happy and which will give us sense of satisfaction, joy, and pleasure. The third dimension of success is being of significance. So we have to be some significance to others. That matters to us. It could be family, our community, our friends. And the final success dimension is that we have to leave the legacy behind. And legacy is not creating a trust fund for our children. That legacy is about doing things in a way that our successors will find even more success. So, as we embark on this new journey after achieving this academic milestone, I would like to conclude by wishing you all the best to find your own definition of success and achieve it. I express my sincere gratitude to all the professors, and especially Dean Harper, Professor Pwandi, Professor Chen, Professor Smidtke, Professor Bomer, Professor Rice, for providing me encapsulated knowledge in such a short span of time. Thank you so much.
Thank you, NP. Our undergraduate dean's medalist is Renan Rocha Lopez de Lima. Renan, would you join me? A Smith Camp Honor Scholar with a 4.0 GPA and an option in finance, Renan has been active with the Collegiate Entrepreneurs Organization, the Entrepreneurship Mentor Program, and the student chapter of the Financial Management Association. Renan gained valuable experience through 2 internships, one with Regency Investment Advisors and another with Rabobank. Upon graduation, he will begin his career as an associate financial advisor for E.J. Gallo. Please welcome Renan de Lima.
Well, thank you, Dr. Harper, for that introduction, and thank you all for the warm welcome. Appreciate that. So we've done it. We're finally graduating. And the question many of our friends and loved ones have undoubtedly started to ask us is, what's next? For each of us, the answer varies. Some of you know exactly what the next step is. Maybe it's a full-time job. For others, graduate school, maybe an internship, or maybe even a backpacking trip through South America. And for others of us, we have no idea, and we're still trying to figure things out. Regardless of whether you're leaving here to enter the full-time workforce or leaving to catch a plane to backpack South America, I want to share with you 3 things I have learned in my time here at Fresno State that I believe are especially noteworthy for us at this stage of our lives. First, be proud of what you've accomplished and take time to celebrate the small and large wins. Every single one of us worked incredibly hard to earn the right to sit here in Regalia today. Most of us balance competing demands on our time between school, work, and life in general. Many of us are first-generation college students, and many of us have already worked hard to make a meaningful impact on the Fresno community. So don't let competing demands on your time rob you of celebrating the accomplishments of today or any of the many future accomplishments I know will come for the class of 2015. The second thing I've learned I want to share with you is this. Find your passion, the thing that drives you and gives your life and career purpose. I'd be lying if I told you I knew much about passion, and like many of you, I'm still trying to figure it out myself. What I do know, though, is that passion is grounded in the relationships you have with people. It's not in money or any other material thing. From his first day on campus, which many of us remember, Fresno State President Joseph Castro has challenged the faculty, staff, and students to be bold. As you search for your passion, be bold. Look for meaningful ways to give back. Look for ways to boldly improve the lives of those around us, both here in the Central Valley and around the globe. The last thing I want to share with you is this. Appreciate the people who have supported you, thank them for investing in you, and for guiding you to where you are today. I would not be here if it wasn't for the mentorship or support I received from the faculty at the Craig School of Business, the CAMP program, the Smith Camp Family Honors College, my friends, and of course, my family. In closing, I am both humbled and excited that we, the Craig School class of 2015, leave here today to enter the world and leave our mark. Remember to be proud and celebrate, find your passion, and take time to appreciate those who matter most. Thank you.
Thank you, Renan. Okay, graduates and guests, this is the moment you've been waiting for. We'll now proceed to the individual recognition of graduates. Each student's name will be read by Fresno Pacific faculty member Dr. Marshall Johnston. I'd like to acknowledge his efforts since he goes to great lengths to ensure your names are pronounced correctly. We'll start with our candidates for master's degree. Graduates, when your name is called, please proceed to either Tom Burns, our MBA program manager, or Dr. James Smitke, our graduate program faculty coordinator, who will be hooding you this morning. Once hooded, cross the stage and shake hands with me, and remember to have your picture taken. You'll be contacted by the photographer through email after the ceremony with a proof of the photos to purchase. So now, I'd like to invite all the graduate faculty to come forward to congratulate the candidates, and with the candidates for master's degree, stand and line up to the right of the stage in order to come forward and be recognized.
Narinder Paul Singh. Ying Shun. Christina Garabedian. Samantha Henson. Marguerite Alden Anastasia Harold. Ani Gregorian. Xin Xiao. Timothy H. Baber. Karen Jinks. Eric Borges. Ron Chan. Paul Carl Tartarian. Scott Allen Friend. Joanne Ramirez. Wesley Francis Wilson. Lindsay Amaro. Akshay Sanjay Rorana. Maurice Williams. James L. Flores, Jr. Kenoris Bates. Blanca Covarrubias. Angelica Torres Corral. Shelley Cha. Melissa Chantel McQueen. Andrew Thomas Neighbors. House Zhang. Christopher John Moss. Colton Keeney. Megan Elizabeth Hopkins. Kaylin Marie Sampson. Adriana Mendoza. Jung Wen. Sandeep Roy. Thomas Ebley. Cherise De Lucia. Joanna Kraut. Tony Minivar. Armand Arakelian. Angel Pichardo. Anmar Alsagaf. Adel Hafezi. Jessica Antiveros. Freddie Garcia. Patrick Kelly. Marcy Tao. Cho Lee. Alex Orozco. Cameron Moores. Eric Escamilla. Super Mario Alberto Jauregui Jr. Gina Flores. Carrie Oviedo. Stacy Sines. Pahua P. Vang. Megan Ann Flores. Ryan Patrick Kamara. Ralph J. Rendon. Salvador Paura, Jr. Abhinandan Sood. Tiffany Gonsorek. Kristen Nemi. William Ralph Henson III. Alexander Suniga. Daniel May Chen. Craig Edward Howells. James Gordon. Kevin Dowdy. Ku Cherta Lee. Jonathan Lidioff. Jamin Brazil. Bobby Florin Marina. James Mario Miranda. Robert James Harris. Jared Griffin. Aaron Devoyan. Ahmed Chowdhury. Eric Zetz.
I would like to introduce now our Craig School Honors Program graduates for 2015. Would the Craig Honors students please stand and be recognized? The Craig Honors Program is a rigorous two-semester program designed to challenge our top undergraduate students. The culmination of the program is the completion of an honors thesis. In recognition of their graduating with the Craig School of Business Honors, the students are awarded a bronze medallion from the Schmidt-Camp Family Honors College. Please refer to page 5 in your program for the title of their theses and their respective faculty mentors. Congratulations, Craig Honors Program graduates for 2014-15. You've worked hard. You may be seated. We'll now begin with the individual recognition of our undergraduate class. Graduates, when your name is called, please cross the stage and shake hands with me, and remember to turn and have your picture taken. And see if you can follow those instructions better than the MBA students, please. The first degree we will recognize is the Bachelor of Arts in Economics. I'd like to ask the department chair, Dr. Antonio Avalos, and the economics faculty to please come forward and to congratulate their graduates, and would the economics candidates line up to the right of the stage to come forward and be recognized.
Jason Stovall. Ismael Reyes. Emily Bowers. Manuel Lopez. Sarah Toralva. Daniel Thomas Para II. Dylan Michael McCombs. Raymond Moreno. Ravinder Tagar. Andres Briseño. Bhupenderjeet Singh. John Gonzalez. Collins Uchina Uraoke. Patrick Kim. Jonathan Gage Marchini.
The next degree we will recognize is the Accelerated Bachelor's of Business Administration, or ABA. I'd like to ask the ABA faculty to please come forward to congratulate their graduates, and would the Accelerated Bachelor's in Business Administration candidates line up to the right of the stage in order to be recognized.
Jenny Hernandez. Lacey Veers. Stacy Dittman. Vanessa Silva. Yusel Salapa. Juliana Franco. Maria Valencia. Samantha Charity Williams. Brittany Bunch. Annette Gonzalez. Arlette Gonzalez. Jean Gonzalez. Jonathan Christian Holmes. Brian Chipasoni. Joshua Lutz. Alexander Amundsen. Eric Garcia. Spencer Jones. David Eskandar. Jordan Williams. Vincent Rico.
Next, we'll recognize the Department of Accountancy. I would like to ask Department Chair Dr. Shu Lin and the accountancy faculty would please come forward to congratulate their graduates. And would the candidates in accountancy line up to the right of the stage in order to be recognized?
Kristen Michelle Krikorian of the Craig Honors Program. Kaylee Bader. Alicia Scudder. Holly Renee Vickers of the Craig Honors Program. Scott Finley. Estela Herrera. Catherine Martin. Austin Dan Mason. Cameron G. Clarissa Cuellar. Amanda Marie Rogers. Kelsey Gubbins. Martha Leticia Fleming. Kyle Solis. Dylan James Peckham. Patrick Odom. Sanjita Sangara. Jose Alfredo Becerra. Christopher Cooper. Suzanne Galvan. Bao Viet Pham. Leandra Robinson. Amit Joshi. Sami Ali Jassim. Kevin Hattai. Gurchetan Dillon. Corey Ventura. Kenny Boutte Neers. Carl Quant. Derek Robert Lacey. Riley Zimmer. Eric Munoz Hernandez. Shane Mark Watkins. Manjeet Kaur. Amandeep Sangha. Jesse Lopez Arias. Linda Mua. Jin Lim Yith. Blia Vang. Janelle Chow. Rachel Joe. Marwan Hamoud. Kyle Castillo. David Baker. Dani Cariuga. Manmohan Singh. Ashley Tina Sanchez. Alyssa Kumpi. Laura Vanessa Lopez. Jobin Aluk. Julie Hamada. Tony Lai. Liliana Suzuki. Ana Andrade Gutierrez. Jessica Carrillo. Juana Reynosa. Fabiola Gonzalez. Jason Hand. Kathy De Ramos. Kirsten Ward. Naul Hussain. Shanaz Shreni. Fomani Pinkan. Jake Salem. Jaime Gregans. Ashley Portilla. Nu Nak Win. Alejandro Corona. Neng Zhang. Jenny Zhang. Yurvan. Fua Yang. Hua Yan. Un Pauk. Psy Yan. Tom Doe. Jennifer Elaine Rodriguez. Jesse Young. Edalberto Aguilar. Shohei Takashima. Carolina Diaz. AJ Alanis. Edgar Tapia. Zachary Raber. Taylor Cole Justin Castro. Abigail Zarita. Leonardo Vargas.
Next is the Department of Finance. As you will notice in your program, this department has several options, including finance, international business, and real estate and urban land economics. Would the department chair, Casey Chen, and the finance faculty please come forward to congratulate their graduates? And would the candidates in finance line up to the right of the stage in order to be recognized?
Renan Rocha Lopez de Lima. Aaron Lee Hill of the Craig Honors Program. Jeffrey Johnston of the Craig Honors Program. David Clark. Darren Thompson. Ryan Cox. Nikayla Nunester. Raul Ibarra. Shekhar Pajaratnam. Eli Nathaniel Rackison. Bailey Garbarino. Jessica Holliday. Emily Marie Brownson. Nathan Squire. Avsana Simonian. Gerardo Ibarra. Lorena Rothberg.
Congratulations. Like yours too.
Armes Mancini. Domingo T. Ferreira. Monica Fuentes. Tucker Blagan. Rohan Gia. Ruben Zamora. Elliot Escobar. Victor Contreras. James Haupt. Jacob Wozner. Ember Tungvasta. Diane Ray. Rudy Serrato Jr. Jesus Daniel Jaramillo. Brett Paul. Dean Raymond Gonzalez. Bryce Urbanic. Matthew Weber. Ivana Chu. Tiffany Ann Riston. Stephanie Pereira Means. Daniel Hernandez. Myra Martinez. Sean Thomas Began. Courtney Danielle Graham. Macy Elizabeth Steinhauer. Simone Danielle Talawi. Ryan Salur. Patrick McDonald. Will Tilson. Sal Kartik. Mike Podesto. Patrick Kelly. Luis Ramos. Javier Villalobos. Maher Mohammed. Yvette Galvez. Harshini Pereira. Lilith Gregorian. Maricela Juarez. David Gonzalez. Aram Hajian. Rochelle Gonzalez. Daniel Gonzalez. Joshua Matthew Lopez.
Next is the Department of Information Systems and Decision Sciences. Would Dr. Stingel, Department Chair, and the ISDS faculty please come forward to congratulate their graduates? And would the candidates in Computer Information Systems line up to the right of the stage in order to be recognized?
Benjamin Mua. Victor Manuel Verduzco Herrera. Kevin Johnson. Robert Salinas. Don Anthony Dominic II. Lauren Noah Cortez. Jacob Leon Pence. William Hayden Seitz. Kevin Liu. Benjamin Rodriguez. Jonathan Camella. Christian Lopez Salazar. Miguel Moreno. Them Her. Gerald David Keller. Kay Za. Andrew Ho. Mary Saucedo. Aaron Elijah Hawes. Colton Garrett. Chris Tong. Kyle Landrigan.
Thank you very much, sir. Thank you.
Next is the Department of Management. The department also has several options, including management, Human Resource Management, and Entrepreneurship. Would the department chair, Dr. Julie Olson Buchanan, and the faculty of the Department of Management please come forward to congratulate our graduates, and would the candidates from the management department line up to the right of the stage to be recognized.
Owen Schumacher Bethke of the Craig Honors Program. Sydney Marissa Stout of the Craig Honors Program. Brian Collegian. Christina Virginia Flores. Kamaljit Gill. Jaime Maturino. Heather Nicole Bergoni. Monica Silva. Sharon Lim. Lillian Christine Lucero. Juan Leal. Cassandra Marie Humphrey. Stephanie Vang. Edgar Quiroz. Adrian De Leon. Luke Lichtenwaldner Jr. Brandon Justin Maxwell. John Glazer. Victor Serna. Erica Polito. Jason Iltz. Tua Vang. Logan Walter. Horacio Carbajal. Allison Waddle. Tonia R. Franco. Joanna Moran Ramirez. James Yaquez. Rui De Pula. Patrick Hampton. Tyler Newberry. Alan Joseph Gonzalez. Ramon Padilla Jr. Jose Soto. Kayla Aguilar. Jennifer Gonzalez. Yi Ting Lai. Yi Xin Zhao. Hugo Daniel Hernandez Alvarez. Jose Ramos. Tong Hee Soon. Elizabeth Medina. Elizabeth Gentile. Elizabeth Vang. Mai Ku Cha. Jesse Levac. Lindsay Reese. Kamalpreet Kaur Dillon. Donald Price III. Chris Heffelfinger. Andrew Matthew Nombrano. Jessica Denise Salazar. Roxanne Lynn Trujillo. Marie Chacon. Jennifer Po Ting Yang. Pablo Avallo. Kak Sesamundi. Fu Chi Yang. Bobby Payne. Corey Matthew Cummings. Matt Mitchell. Sebastian Stafford. Allison Nicole Scarpito. Molly Jean Delperdang. Maricruz Ochoa. Michael Lee Cantu. Michael Gebremichael. Seth Winter. Renita Mata. Adriana Renee Ramirez. Catherine Emily Olivaro. Marisabel Gonzalez Velez. Adam Ellison. Karo Halajan. Zhenghua Li. Casey J. Cornell. Sydney Allred. Kelsey Gallagher. Nicholas Wiebe. Nathan Berteo. Jesus Ivan Torres. Rick Alvarez. Khan Bunsey. Manuel H. Marin, Jr. Brandon Villa. Jaime Juan Rios. Joel Hernandez, Jr. Colton Zimmerman. James Michael Isaac. Chanel Darcy. Chelsea Sagmakin. Claire Stevenson. Zachary Shaver. Mitchell Imai. Baskin Mekatarian. Peng He. Kamaljit Chima. Cassandra Nicole Manson. Brianna Chapman. Shayla Spiliotis. Jessica Lee. Alexandra Bates. Sydney Costa. Eric Chu. Hank Everick Alanis. Jessica Moman. Ashley Nicole Rains. Horacio Solorio. Bernabe Nunez. Sigifredo Barajas. Teresa Mua. Chichi Vang. Nancy Vang. Julie Chang. Joanna Victoria Mua. Johnny Poo. Lai Se Lee. Robert Sapon. Jessica Martin. Adam F. Ferguson. Omatola Lajuruto. Georgina Valenzuela. Crystal Cortez. Vanessa de la Cruz. Keisha Marie Lee Ammons. Haley Lindbergh Lewis. Brendan Hinton. Lexington Taylor Booz. Christy Teresa Childress. Philip Miller.
The final department is the Department of Marketing and Logistics. The department has 3 options, including marketing, sports marketing, and logistics and supply chain strategies. I'd like to ask Dr. Susan Geringer, Department Chair of Faculty, and the Department of Marketing to please join me and with the candidates in marketing line up to the right of the stage.
Chates Schwartzwalter. Sandra Vidrio. Paula Lino. Simi Niger. Kent Presley. Malia Villarreal. Isaac Martinez. Alex Giampetro. Trent Terrell. Antonio Diaz Garcia, Jr. Sharon Simon. Courtney Burdick. Daniel Clark. Jose Armando Rodriguez. Jocelyn Villanueva. Gina Smith. Francesca Antonia Flores. Erica Rose Vumbach. Taylor Temple. Michelle Renee Gibson. Laurie Cockrell. Jasmine Robertson. Nicole Lerma. Nu Yin Ha. Emily Bernice Warrell. Jesus Antonio Elenes. Jamal Phillip. Okay. Michelle Nicole Barrios. Kent Himes. Michael Huerta. Dante Delt. Brennan Enriquez. Travis Norman. Christian Olson. Christian Escalera. Joey Silverman. Jake Hitchings. Justin Michael Powick. Samantha Bolware. Cherie Devi Munger. Ashlyn Crocker. Jason Simpson. Evan Salander. Haley Sorbo. Nicholas Tanner Sampson. Marissa Carrillo. James Bitter. Patrick Elliott. Doshitsa Korsich. Brandon Shy. Shauna Abbott. Katie Sue Contreras. Mark Itzerda. Jonathan Martins. Nicholas Sharnick. Craig Perichin. Corey Levick. Jalen Gibson. Amanda Coons. Kamal Samran. Dylan Thompson. Dan Palmer. Joyce Teo. Swee Min Liu. Sarah Kellogg. Megan Coman. Aaron Jacobsma. Denise Nicole Capoletti. James Bond Robert Abers. Sumik Singh Mali. Eric James Kavanagh. Anthony Molina. Alexandria Kurnosov. Julia Nicole Lux. Benito Aaron Simon. Tyler Reed Grandel. Christopher Arnold. Corey Chocolate Dillard. Suki Sangha. Raven Fox. Daniel Martin Juarez. Spencer Smith. Love Kiatang Vang. Wesley Hoshiko. Kia Her. Rachel Marie Bogosian. Georgina Chantel Thomas.
In case you don't know, Dr. Rice is retiring, and that's why they're cheering. Dr. Rice. Congratulations. Congratulations, class of 2015. Please be sure to show your appreciation to your family, friends, faculty, and others who helped you achieve your success. And I urge you to stay engaged and connected with the Craig School of Business at Fresno State, your alma mater. I get inspired by seeing all of you graduate, and I think our future is in good hands. We'll be hosting a reception immediately following the ceremony over in the Peters Building in the University Business Center. This will be a great opportunity to introduce your family and friends to the faculty at the Craig School and to take some photos. Our recessional will begin with the platform party, followed by the faculty and then the graduates. Graduates will be escorted off the arena towards section 103. Family and friends, please exit your seats to the concourse level to meet your graduates. This concludes our ceremony. Thank you for attending. Congratulations, graduates.